Well, hello there, whoever's here. If anybody hears, I'm talking to myself. I never know sometimes if I'm talking to myself or people's here when I start. I may be the only one, but I'll know in just a minute, won't I? If somebody starts chatting. Well, I see two people. One of them might be me. I've got one box open, and then I'm gonna go in there and see if I can't get that quilt pinned in the machine. All right, I'm by myself. Hey, Shell. Hey, Shell Chronicles or Shelly. Is it Shelly? How are you today? I've got one box I'm going to open, and then I'm going to put a quilt on the quilt machine. So I thought some of you guys might want to chat with each other for a minute. Hey, Kim. Hey, Cheryl. It came yesterday, but I didn't open it yesterday. And I know what it is. It's pink fabrics, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. Hello, Gayla. Hello, Judy Johnston. Just got home from visiting your mom. Glenda, hi, just lurking. I went by my mama's this morning, but just a minute and I'll tell you the story. Let me get this open. I went to town this morning and a thunderstorm come up while I was in town. And so on the way home, I stopped at Mama's because it was raining so hard and hailing. So I just stopped there. It was pouring. The roads were just full of water and water running along the side of the road. Good. Hey, Randy. And I'm not going to be here a long time, but if Randy or somebody wants to come up here and chat, because I really got to work. I get it, like Randy says, I get everything started and I never get anything done. What was it? I was up here yesterday and I was fixing to go home when I got a phone call and a woman was bringing her mother's quilt out here to be quilted. And I told her, I said, well, can you bring it tomorrow? It's fixing to storm. But she said she was calling from the cell phone. She said, well, we're almost there. So I waited till she got here. As quick as we got done talking, I jumped in, locked everything up, turned off the lights, and went to the house. Hello, Liz. Jay Martin. I want you to look. They're all kind of pink. And you know why they're all pink? Because of these. You know, the ladies out here are going to work on another quilt to auction for donations. And we were trying to match up some pink, and I didn't have enough pinks. You think one of them might work? That one looks almost orange, don't it? But Deborah's going to work on that. So when she comes back, I'll show her these pinks. Got all of these blocks that Renee, 42 blocks that Renee bought. What'd she say? It's a Salvation Army. Look how pretty they are. Every one of them's the same. They're all hand-pieced. So that was the reason that I got the pinks. To go with that somehow. Hello, Kathy Jackson. I got to go in the other room. Did you see that quilt? This is the quilt I'm fixing to put on the long arm. You see that? It's got a big old Dutch doll right in the middle of it. And then it's got the little ones all around it. A 92-year-old woman made it. Her name is Betty Miner, and it's her quilt. But I've got to put it on the machine. Is the light too bright in here? Where could I put you? Could I put y'all right up there? That might work, reckon. That's not bad, is it? But I'm going to have to not read the chat and go over here and work. So somebody come up here and read the chat if they want to for a little bit. Hello, Marla. I might have missed some of you. I'm trying to multitask, and I have a hard time sometimes. All right, let me see what I can do here. It looks like the backing's plenty big enough. But she wants to use the edges of it for the binding, to wrap it over and do it that way. Let me move this out of the way for a minute. I'm going to pull off my shoes over here. Oh, it fell on the floor. I saw it fall. I don't want to work with my shoes on. Hello, Linda. Now I'm barefoot. I need a pencil. And where I can find a pencil. That might work. I'm not going to quilt it right now. I just kind of like to put it on the machine and get ready to start on it tomorrow. Yes, Randy. Randy ought to come up and talk. Randy, you busy? All right, got it tied. I hope this red don't fade on her quilt when she if she ever has to wash it. That's red, ain't it? If y'all had storms where you're at this morning or today, Randy's done with the big quilt. Gayla's got her grandson there. I got to start pinning. Let's see, I hadn't cut the batting for it yet, but I can do that later. This is a queen size, so it's huge. It's big. I was driving up here a little while. I was driving up here a little while ago, and I was coming up the road, and I could see something in the road, and it's a big old black snake. It swiveled, went on across before I could get up there and run over it, but I would have run over it if I could. Jane Martin 95 with the heat index. Hey, Melanie. So now that big old black snake got away. So hope I don't see him again. He went out through the cow pasture. Got to get some of this stuff caught up so I can go play with that new stuff that came today. So I can paint those barn quilts. I did get some orders ready to go in the mail in the morning. I did that. I'm not talking, am I? I'm working. 80 here and windy. It's hot here. I don't know what the temperature is now, Kim, but it's hot. So I'm going to have to miss the chat since nobody's up here reading it. 87 here and wishing it. I know it's been hot and sticky today. That cloud that come through just made it more humid, I believe. I don't keep a quilt on here all the time. Y'all know that. I like to do a little quilting, but I don't like to do a whole lot. Hello, Don Armstrong. How are you today? Your wrist still hurting from hurting it? All right, I gotta go back to the other end. Gonna quilt hearts and little swirls on it. Now one side about done. More pens in there. I don't think but enough pens. It's a kit. My long arm Melody's a king quilter. I got it 4 or 5 years ago. I got it. It's big. It'll do a big quilt. There you. Hi.
Hello. I waited to see if somebody else would come up, but they're all scared.
I know it.
Now you owe me. I'm coming up. I want the leftovers of that box you got today.
Of that box I got.
The paint.
Oh, the paint.
Yeah, when you get bored, I want the rest of it.
I'm kind of anxious to start that project because
I
Terry.
looked at, when you
Yeah.
showed that, me and
Yeah.
Shannon looked it up. God dang it! I muted that TV.
Oh.
Me and Shannon was looking it up, different ones they have and stuff. That looks neat to do.
At the barn quiz, and Terry had to call, we live in a rural area, so we had to pre-order that board you painted on. It's kind of pricey for sheep, but I think it'll be fun to play with.
I think you could put on regular plywood.
Well, maybe.
And just like a different one, but primer it and just use cheaper plywood.
Well, yeah, but plywood might be expensive now too, though.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, Cheryl, Gayla, Donna, Kathy. Sorry, guys, I wasn't typing earlier very much there. I hate to type. I got some good news today, though.
What's your good news?
I went to the doctor because it's closed yesterday, so I went this morning, and I filled out these paperwork for my Farziga. It was going to cost me $430 a month. The doctor filled out a deal. I had to sign it. They sent it in. They called me back, asked some questions. We forgot. And it was an hour later, the Farziga company called me, wanted to verify my address. I'm in their program. I'm getting it for free until December 31st, and then I can redo it after that.
Well, that's pretty good. That's a big savings.
Yeah, it is.
So,
The doctor gave me 2 more weeks because it's going to take 10 to 14 days to get it. But yeah, it's really nice what they did.
So he gave you some free ones until the other ones get there.
Yep. So I won't be out of them or nothing. So.
And what
we was worried about that, having to pay that bill.
And what are they for? Because I don't know
for my diabetes, to keep my sugar lower.
Okay, yeah.
That's what happened to me. I was off of it for like 4 months. That's what happened to me, and I was afraid I was going to have to be off it because there was no way I could afford it. So.
Was you taking it before you had your?
Yeah, I was on it, and I went to that new doctor, and I had the prescription, but they wouldn't fill it. They wouldn't honor it or do something. And I was 4 months without it.
Oh, my.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Cheryl, I understand your point of view, but the ladies at the doctor's office did it.
Now, Randy, don't talk like that on here, because we praise God and thank you for everything. So
I thank the people that did it.
Well,
hi, Rowena.
But that's like that old woman that kept praying for groceries. Have you heard this story? She kept praying for groceries, and she had this old mean neighbor next door, and he heard her praying, and so he went and bought groceries and brought them to her. And then I guess he told her, well, see, God didn't bring you these groceries, I did, but God just used him to get her the groceries.
Well, I will go with that. There's people listening. People are asking for help and different things. And I mean, I understand the ones that, like Cheryl and other of you, but there's the people. You got to praise the people that are helping you also.
Oh, we're thankful for people that help. We are, but
But I'm not trying to tell you guys not to believe, but I've seen other things and been through other things, and I don't. I'm sorry. You know, I was watching you when you was trying to find the center. When I was watching my aunt, she would make a little notch in the center of the backing so she could center it out on a long arm,
Uh-huh.
and that way she could tell where it's at. She would make has like a little angle cutters. She'll make a notch right there.
I just take a little pen and mark a little mark on it.
Yeah, I've seen you do that. Yeah, she takes a she got the it's like a paper puncher, but it's angled, and she
Yeah,
puts a little notch there.
yeah, that hey, that could that would probably be well. I probably couldn't find my scissors to do that either. Sometimes you can't find a pencil to mark it with either.
Thanks everybody that came into my live last night. I had a blast, and I think Sarah did too. And I did get copyrights for every song she sang. I had to go through and dispute them all last night. So
Wow. Huh. Well, she can sing, can't she? I,
yep.
I was in and out. I didn't stay there the whole time. I popped in over at Donnie's for a few minutes. So I just every place until I fell asleep. So.
I missed Donnie and Jennifer's last night, but Sarah and me was trying to set that up the day before, and we couldn't get together. And then I didn't think she was going to do it last night. And she sent me a message because I know there's so many religious people in here. I wanted them to hear Sarah singing. I knew
Yeah.
they would enjoy it, so that's why I was trying to set it up.
Yeah. And already this morning, Terry didn't even know I done it, but I set up a live stream on his channel.
I seen it there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting up.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, last night I had all around Sarah singing gospel music to everybody. Kathy, it was really nice. Rhonda came up, was talking a little bit, but we did it for 2 hour live last night. Somebody didn't show up. I'm not going to mention no names.
I was there though. I came and went.
There's Donnie talking it out. Donnie pops up.
Hey Donnie.
They're at Hobby Lobby. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
What's Jennifer getting now?
Uh-oh.
Maybe Jennifer could get a weed eater there. I don't think they sell them.
I hate this part of quilting. I don't like pinning them in.
Well, you can almost not reach.
I know it's pretty hard. Did your aunt? Did she complain about it a little bit?
Donnie, if you got some of that, there's a lawsuits about it. You can spray on all your grass and weeds, kills it. You'd have more time to play on YouTube.
I
All
still
right, later, Donnie.
I still spend more time on YouTube than anybody. So now I guess I'm managing that channel for Terry, so I'll have more to work on.
Now you got 3 channels to work on.
I know, and he's doing more than what I expected from him, but he's not going to cooperate very good.
Yeah, he's actually talking and doing more than I thought he would too.
Yeah, me too.
It took you long enough.
Yeah,
You've been trying for years.
I know. And I'd have to take them pictures of him when he wasn't looking, and he'd hold his hand up and where I couldn't see him and do all kinds of stuff. But he does good. I was real proud of him. So, he sounds like a pig, but that's what he is. So
He's just a down home country boy, so
mhm.
only thing kind of bad about Terry and me, sometimes we don't know that the camera's going and we say things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did I hear? No, I didn't hear. I thought I heard something, but it wasn't nobody.
That's a big quilt there, ain't it?
It's huge. It's queen size, so it's big. And the lady that done it, she's 92 years old. And she did those little dolls on it. And then I've never seen one like it, but she put that big one right in the middle of it.
Yeah, we've seen the ones with the little ones, but I've never seen one with a great big one in it.
Her daughter brought it out here, and she said this is her own design. Said the neighbor lady helped her draw the big one, so so it's different.
Hi, Jan.
Oh, hey Jan,
Jan, you
it's
talk
been
about tornadoes in Wisconsin. There's a short. There's a lady who was in a coffee shop getting espresso real quick, and it says during tornado season in Wisconsin, she runs in and gets her coffee, goes out and sits in a lawn chair on the front street watching the tornadoes. I think it is a sunbonnet Sue.
So yeah, I call them Dutch dolls, but they somebody Sue is what you most people call them.
Hi, Carol.
You say Carol, hey Carol,
No, it's a limping old farmer, Carol.
limping old farmer. Yeah, the name describes him, don't it?
Wait a minute, I'll try to drop it in here.
I keep telling him, I keep trying to encourage him. So I said, Terry, you've already got so many subscribers. Sometimes it takes people a long time to get as many subscribers as you've already got. But he don't care. That's not his interest. But as with channels, we like to brag, don't we, Randy?
Yep. She wants to find a parasol lady embroidery block. I think it is Chanel. Is how you say that?
Shelly. I'm not real sure. It could go either way.
I'm
I've seen,
sorry. I'm bad at names, guys.
and I quilted one of those with the parasols for a lady here a few years ago when I first got my machine. They were real fancy. They looked like Southern ladies. Had the fancy the dresses on them.
She says shell. It's Shell.
Shell. Okay.
Thank you. There's Terry's channel. Heck, Terry's got 132 subscribers now.
I know, and I just started it May the 13th, so that's not bad.
Kim, you ought to have fabric there for it.
I have Eleanor Burns' book for Somebody to Sue. Need to get fabrics picked out for it. I've got to work on Kathy's quilt. Got to finish something, don't I? But
Was it got a lot of strings on it?
and it's picking up just little pieces of thread.
Mm.
Probably from my floor here. So I'm just getting them off there.
Kim, just close your eyes and reach on the shelf and grab one.
And they're not mailed yet. But the packages for Linda and Kathy White and J. Mary's wrapped up in there, ready to put in the mail in the morning. Finally, okay? Finally.
So far, I ain't gotten orders yet today. But it's early yet.
Yeah. Tell them to wait on Monday morning. Order Monday morning after.
Yeah, Rita, you need some WD-40. You're squeaking.
It was squeaking. I heard that too. Yeah.
Jan, I used to watch Just a Few Acres religiously. I don't anymore. He doesn't read the comments. He doesn't interact with these people, and he wants everybody to help him out and do things. He's got a good program, what he's doing at the market and showing on the cows and the chickens and stuff, but the guy is not friendly to YouTubers, and he has admitted that on some of his videos.
Wow. I'm going to take this back to the big table and cut some of it, so I'll be out of the room a minute, okay?
All right. Yeah, he's redone several old tractors. I liked watching him do that. But he come out, about 6-7 months ago and said some stuff about us watching him. And so I just deleted him. Yep. He wants you to send the shirts. He wears different college or different shirts. He wants to do everybody to interact with him, but he won't interact with us. And I'm a firm believer, if we're going to put ourselves out here like this, you got to interact with the people over here too. You can't always be the taker. You know, he's got a decent sized show. He's making money off of YouTube, but he's not giving nothing back to his people. I enjoy all of his videos when he's doing stuff like that. You know, I like watching him rebuild the old tractors. You know, out there with their, he's got these chicken runs and everything. You know, I like what he does. You know, he moves these cows around from field to field. I like what the guy does. I just don't like his beliefs and things. And I'm not going to support somebody that is like that. Kim, get you a dartboard or hang them on the wall and take darts at it. And when the dart hits it, that's the square you're going to use. I watch another. It's a. I watch a lot of people doing dirt work with excavators and skid steers and stuff. It's dirt, grain, and steel. I think it is the name of it. I like him working, but he is complaining about Dirt Perfect and Let's Dig. There are a couple big channels, real big channels. They went and did some stuff with one of the excavator companies, and he's always complaining. You know, everybody thinks they're better than him. I mean, he's got a good channel too, and I actually called him out yesterday. I said, "You need to stop complaining about others. Just do your own thing." You know, he says it's organic, but it's not 100% organic. If you know anything about chickens or beef, some of the grains he feeds these animals, it's not organic. Yes, putting them out on the grass and different things, but some of the stuff he feeds them is not organic. So it's not 100% organic. When I drove a truck, I'd go to places and, you know, if you're a farmer, you know a lot of different things. Yep, that's right, Jan. You know, if you're going to do the YouTube, don't complain about everything. If you don't like doing it, don't do it. You know, these are supposed to be things for enjoyment for people. Oh, wait a minute. Shell, I'll drop your link so people can see you. Shell's got 390 subscribers, so we can help her out a little bit more, guys.
We can help her out.
Actually, while I'm here, I'll subscribe. So I'm subscribed. Kim, you've been saying that for 2 years. You're going to sort your stuff.
Oh, Kim, you should see mine. I sorted from one pile to the other, and then it's not no better than it was when I started.
Make sure you don't put it upside down or backwards.
I know. I'm gonna go do this way because it's got some little hearts that I'm standing up the right way, so it's gonna go this way.
Now, when you quilt that, the scraps you cut off the edges, do you give that back to the customers?
Yeah, usually if they want it, I do. Now this one, she's an old woman, an elderly woman, and she wants to take this red that's left over and fold it over and do the binding.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not even gonna trim it because she wants to do hers like
So you got to center it up a little bit so she's got the
with,
same
with
on each side, then, huh?
well there's plenty all around it, so she'll have
Sure.
enough. But I see the rest of us would cut all that off and then sew another piece onto it. But she don't want that.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Rita, you got the batting there. Might be a suggestion. My aunt has a good idea. Where you got the shelves at the far end, move them shelves. My aunt's got like a rod holder for like clothes, a
Mhm.
closet. She's got it up there on it, and she can just pull it over onto the table.
Hey, that'd be a good idea.
That way, you're not carrying it back and forth. You can just pull it right off and cut what you need. Then,
On this wall right back here would be a good place. I need to give
yeah,
her another job, don't I?
it makes it a lot easier for her to, to handle the batting and pull it out there.
But I don't do as much quilting as everybody else. This I don't mind doing a little bit of it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. You know?
I think I'd rather like do the quilting than making quilts.
Yeah, me too.
I know, Cheryl, you say you give it back. It'd be nice though if you like if you was doing a lot of quilts and you want to make quilts, you could take scraps from everybody's quilt and say, it was a scrap quilt from all these quilts that you put together.
Yeah. Got a mess. Renee had all these straightened up, and I pulled them all out and made a mess.
Cheryl, or I mean, yes, Shell. I'm not sure what she got. Hand WM. Is that some type of
And probably the W was supposed to be an EM embroidery.
embroidery? Okay.
Just a typo, but embroidery.
There's a lady Shell that comes up to the shop there. She did a really it was a panel. She embroidered all the stuff on it. It's a really pretty quilt.
She put a lot of work into that thing.
Even some blood.
Even some blood. Yeah.
Then Gladys and Margaret crack me up when they come in on Thursdays anymore if I'm not sitting up here. Well, where's Randy?
Where's Randy? I know. Yeah, where's Randy?
Then she walked by and seen me up there.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Janie Jane.
Hi, Janie Jane.
I know you guys don't see this very often, so take advantage. Rita's working.
Yeah.
Shell says just learned how to do it, and she's obsessed with doing it now. So
Okay. You'll have to come up and show them someday, Shell, and let them get to know you too. Before maybe then they go over to your channel more after after you introduce yourself to them.
yeah, we like seeing other people's work.
Throw that away. It's got gray on it. It's warm up here. I didn't turn the air on up here. Sweat.
It's warm here today, and this wind. I mean, it's not going to storm, but the wind. I mean, the trees are just blowing really, really hard. Kim wants to know if you got some recipe in the email.
I did. I did get that recipe.
Shell says when she gets a few done, she will come up and show them.
Okay.
Jan's making her cooking this week is goat cheese and onion crunches. I don't like goat cheese.
Well,
Shannon loves it.
What did she see? I didn't see what. I couldn't hear you. This machine.
Her project for this week was making goat cheese and onion. I think it says crunchies, but she caramelized the onions.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Janie, it's past your bedtime. It's 10:30 over there. You know, my aunt does that too. She wastes a lot of thread because she pulls her bobbins off like you are.
Well, there's not.
But you don't want to run out.
Yeah, there's not enough to do anything with it, and I hate to run out right in the middle of a line. I'm gonna wind 2 to start with. All right, here it goes.
Oh, Janie is in bed. Oh, Janie, you're laying there dreaming about me, huh? My aunt's got that bobbin winder deal up, and it don't take long. She sticks it on there and zoom, and you can hear there's a winding up. It's fast.
Yeah. So I wind 3.
Oh, Jan, I was saying it's like quiche, but I'm saying it wrong.
Quiche.
Cheryl says you can use the partial bobbins. You don't have to waste them, and you can use a piece of quilt.
Yeah, and you know what I've done before, Carl? I've been sewing along and keep a going and be out of bobbin halfway through my rows.
Bye, Lisa.
because I can't look over there while I'm following that pantograph to see what I'm doing. Bye, bye, Lisa.
On your machine, it looks like you would, if you run out in the middle, you almost have to take it off the quilt and put the bobbin in, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, cut the thread, and move it
My
down to the
aunt's,
side.
because she's actually on the other side of the table running it, and she can reach because it's at the head of the deal. She can reach inside there and put her bobbin in and keep going.
Huh. I usually just move it off to the side and put the bobbin back in and go again. Last thing I quilted was gray thread.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday to you. So send me a cookie.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Hers is tomorrow.
Now, we'll try to remember and say it again tomorrow, too.
I made brownies for Shannon for her birthday. That's what she wanted. And then she bought us each. She wanted, we've never had ice cream cake. And I told her to get, I'll go get one. No, but she found individual pieces of them. So we're going to try.
Oh, and you've already got it and you hadn't tried it yet?
No, she came in. I went and got feed for her and went to the doctor this morning. She was tired. She didn't sleep much yesterday, so she went to bed. Oh, lasagna for dinner. I didn't used to eat lasagna much, but I kind of like it anymore. Oh, I love steak. I could eat steak all day long. Medium rare. Slap the cow on the butt and put it on the plate.
Uh, let's see. I have to remember what I'm doing. I ain't done this in a few days.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've used that machine.
Yes.
If you cook it too much, Sarah, you get all the flavors out of the meat. Then you might as well just buy beef jerky. But I eat raw hamburger too, so
You eat raw hamburger?
yep. Take some raw hamburger, put some salt and pepper on it, and make you a sandwich.
Yuck. Yuck.
My grandmother got me doing that when I was a little kid, my dad. And now it's got to be fresh hamburger, you know. But when I was driving on the road, if I stopped and got a steak years ago, a lot of places make you sign a waiver if you ask it for rare anymore. Good night, Janie. Sleep tight.
Jane going to bed?
She was already in bed.
Okay. Good
It's
night, Janie.
10:30 over in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I say, Kathy Jackson. No way. I would you not the raw hamburger. I don't know what time it's getting to be. Oh, it's almost.
4:45.
I've got something easy to fix for supper tonight. I traded some hatching eggs for a 20-pound box of breaded chicken patties. And so I'm
Oh,
going to be able to fry them up just real quick and have supper real easy tonight. The lady that wanted the eggs worked at a Tyson plant where they made them.
right.
So we just bartered. And I'm tickled. She's happy too. So. In the plant in Clarksville, they don't make that kind of stuff. But in
No, they
Russellville,
make it up at Springdale.
yeah. Was she in Russellville where she worked at?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The Tyler Road plant. You know where Tyler Road is in Russellville? So
Yep, I've been there.
that's the one she works at. So.
Yeah, I used to have to pick up at Springdale and then go down by you and pick up because both plants would make something different. So you'd
Yeah.
have two different pickups.
Where she works, they do the breaded patties. And in Clarksville, all they have just the tenders and the meat, the leg quarters and stuff, and not.
I'd rather go into Clarksville. It's easier to get in and out of it and don't take long. The one up north, though, man, you can spend the whole day up there. Sarah's, her niece's husband works at Tyson in North Carolina.
Carolina. Well, there's Tyson plants all over the place. Yep.
I think I've been to that one too, Sarah. I used to haul a lot of Tyson stuff. Oh, I got an interview for my job Monday at 9:30.
If you get a job, how are you going to do YouTube?
I don't know. It's at night though.
Well, still, you have to sleep sometime. I think I would like to run one row just to see what it's going to look like, and then I better stop and go home too.
You want to get it started, and you think somebody will come in and finish it for you while you're gone, right?
That won't happen. That won't happen, will it? And Sunday, I don't know if you call it out of town or not, but we're going to decoration way over the mountain, so we'll be gone for most of the day Sunday. And there's no signal over there, nothing. So y'all won't see me Sunday unless it's before or after.
We'll probably get 3 before.
Probably. I'm going to mute because if I go fast, it'll sound loud.
All
Okay.
right. I like watching people does the quilting that has the camera mounted on there so you can watch as it's stitching. Jen, my wife was reading yesterday. We was trying to figure out she was why the beef prices are high. I guess there's some kind of disease in Mexico, so they're not sending any beef over out of Mexico right now. I'm not that old, Rowena. I'll be 65 next month, but I really didn't want to give it up either. But I just, with my diabetes, I just couldn't do it no more. I had a trucking company call me today, see if I wanted to go to work. And I told them no, there was no way I could stay out 6 or 7 days anymore. I told them do a day or two is all, but I can't stay out that long anymore. Well, she's almost to the end. That gives your arms some workout moving that thing around. Your hand and eye coordination. Well, guys, I think we got to see her work for an hour, and that's it for the day.
Yeah, that's all I can handle is an hour. I heard that. So,
I know you can hear you. I know you're muted, but you can still hear me.
yeah, I could hear you. I don't know if you can see it, but I put a little. See the little? Can you see the little
Yep.
heart?
No, we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we? Oh, an hour and 7 minutes. I went overtime.
Yeah. Well, 7 minutes prep.
Yeah.
Winding the bobbin up.
Oh, and I see Rowena. Hey, Rowena. It's been a few days since I've seen you. Well, I am. I'm gonna shut this place down and go home. Make supper. There's really no rest for the wicked, ain't that what they say?
Yep.
So we'll y'all want to come and help me with this tomorrow if I come back up here tomorrow? Got to get it done before I play with those other projects, don't I?
Yeah, you got customers to get done now. It's different your projects. You can put them on hold,
But yeah. And they went ahead, the daughter that brought it out here, she went ahead and gave me the money. And I said, no, just keep it. And she said, no, I've got this cash here and I want to go ahead and pay you. So I've done been paid for it. So I've got, not that I wasn't going to finish it, but I need to do it promptly. So. All right.
TCW, that's a new one.
That's a new one to me. I don't know who that is.
Hi, Ginger. We're getting ready to leave.
What kind of, oh yeah, she's asking what kind of job
I'm applied for a security job. They're in 57 different countries. It's a mobile. You drive a vehicle around checking properties out.
Oh.
I got a virtual. I'll be on a camera like this Monday morning at 9:30. So an interview.
Okay. So I thought maybe you'd be a security guard at a booth at a plant or something. But
Well,
that's
I
it
thought about that even where Shannon works.
uh-huh.
Sarah wants to look at some new fabric behind you.
It's just some solids. So it's just some pinks. But I told them but I ordered some. I don't know if this is the one we want or not to go with all those blocks because the next donation quilt is going to be all of those.
But the security guard at Shannon's work, you got to climb in and out of trailers and count stuff. I don't think I could climb up in and out of them.
What are they called? Cameo, Rose. Let's see what this one is. And they're Bella. That one's Carnation. So they're all just kind of different shades of pink. You know, Terry couldn't go get work on a job anymore. Not with the way his hip is, not the way he's limping.
Oh, I said hi to you, Ronina, but she didn't hear me.
I don't mean to ignore anybody, but
she does too. She does it all the time.
Well, I delegate this responsibility for saying hi and welcoming people. I give everybody jobs. Y'all didn't know?
Sarah, they're not online. She just opened the box 2 hours ago.
No, they're not online yet.
So if you want to order some, order it now because it might be a month before it gets online.
I tell you, I'm not very good at this store business. I'm not. I don't know what I was thinking sometimes. I enjoy it, but it's a lot of work, though.
I think you do better. I mean, yeah, the online's backup, but it seems like there's more people come into the lives when you're showing the fabric. seems like we get a lot more orders.
Yeah, yeah. That they've been tidying up this place, and they want to have some kind of open house, and probably maybe even do it online. You were here when they were talking about that the other
Yep.
day. But I'm not good at organizing anything. So Randy was nice enough to say hi. Well, I didn't mean to ignore you, Rowena, because I'm proud to see you.
It's,
I
it's
always
nice to have Deb
like,
up there too. When we get the order, she can go ahead and cut it.
yes. That's funny. That's funny. Deborah, cut that. They don't mind. They just go with the flow, don't they?
Yeah. Becky got all the orders cut the other day and folded up and everything.
They did. Yeah, that Nantucket comes in July because I went back and looked after we talked about that the other day. So it'd be a few days before it gets here. All right.
All right.
I am
Bye,
going.
guys.
Bye. Bye, y'all. See you later. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah.